second.
3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 7, 26, 25. One down. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. Now, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time.
My name is David Stanley Flowers II. I teach Chito Ryu Karate, Taekwondo, and Jiu-Jitsu at Championship Martial Arts. Why did I become a karate instructor? I knew that whatever I wanted to do with my life, I wanted to help people. And because I had been a part of martial arts for the vast majority of my life, I knew that teaching martial arts would be the best way to make that happen. What drives me is the fact that my job will never be done. There is always one more person that I could help, one more person that I could teach, one more small piece of knowledge that I can impart on somebody else to help make them better. And until I can get this knowledge to every single person out there, I won't stop. Greatest accomplishments. Well, in one of the previous schools that I was located in, there was a student that they had there who had been a student there for about 4 years, and they were still currently in the advanced level. Now, in our system, typically it would take about 3 to 3.5 years in order for a student to get to black belt. And in 4 years, this person still hadn't quite gotten there yet. His issue was unfortunately that any time he would learn something, he would have to learn them in very, very small bits, very small amounts. And you can only give them a limited number of movements, a limited number of skills, a limited number of things to memorize before it would become a problem for him to remember. And then the moment he would progress to the next thing, he would literally forget everything that he had learned beforehand. And this was understandable because this student had cerebral palsy. Now, what I was presented with was essentially the challenge to try to find some way to help this young man get to black belt. And this is where the patience really came into play, because I would have to work with him, specifically him, with classes upon classes upon classes. We went through multiple one-on-one lessons or private lessons, week after week after week, and it was a constant push, a constant struggle. And the student was eager to learn. It was just because of his mental condition, it was holding him back severely. After the first few months that I worked with him, he went up to his first regular belt test. And he had progressed in a way that was far beyond anything he had done in the years past. And then it happened again in the following test, 3 months later. 3 months later, he went up again and again. And for some reason, he started to figure out more and more of how to recognize something. He started to get certain specific cues physically, a small hand movement, a small turn, a quick word. And that was all it took for him to suddenly realize what the rest of the sequence was, what the rest of the group of moves was. And finally, he was able to get to a point where he not only went to his black belt test, but he passed and became a first-degree black belt. As of now, that student, as of this past January, is now a second-degree black belt. And he is, I believe he is a 17-year-old child. I don't see myself going anywhere else. I don't see myself changing anything. I love being an instructor. I love being a teacher. everything I want to do in my life is exactly what I'm doing right now. Maybe I'll change locations because there's always somewhere else that I could go to help somebody else, but I will always be Sensei David Stanley Flowers II.